What's going on, boys? It's your boy Dev back on Madden 24 Colts franchise, and we are in week 13 against the Cleveland Browns with a dream, man. And that dream is a perfect season, which is still alive, man. 8-4 Browns are outplaying their overall by a mile. They're a really good team in simulation usually, but 79 overall team is bad. 79 overall team is very, very bad. We are much better than this team. We have a plus 10 on them on offense. I expect us to dog this team, but they do have Myles Garrett, who, by the way, is having one of the best seasons I've ever seen through 11 games, or through, I guess, 12 games in Madden 24. He's got 22 sacks, double the next closest person. He just had another 3 sacks last week. He's tearing it up. It's going to be Craig Fox versus Myles Garrett this week, probably. So, hoping that can happen. Otherwise, George Young's going to have a really long day. So, let's check out the scouting. Did we learn true talent on Jarek Parham? We did. He is a round 1 talent. Now, guys, I know you might say, okay, he's not worth the top 5 pick, but round 1 means he's at least a top 20 play. I mean, you see where round 1 cuts off here in the draft. It cuts off at number 22. So we guarantee ourselves a top 22 tackle in the game. Nick Bone. I forgot about him. We guarantee ourselves a top 22 player in the draft. And we also have Pierre Hull, who is picked later. But it's going to come down to athleticism because I don't love that Pierre Hull, 1, has C pass block, B run block, and 2, has F injury, man. F injury. Tackle is not a position that I want my guy to be able to risk getting injured. And Jarek Parham, on the other hand, has A injury. A injury, man. He looks like the much better player to me, in my opinion. He may be a worse athlete at the end of the day than Pierre Hull, but I think he'll still be a very good player, and clearly with a round 1 talent, he's not a bust at all. And so I think plugging him in at left tackle, opposite of Craig Fox, then being able to move George Young back inside, where I think he kind of is more of a true guard, really bodes well for us. So I think that probably will be the move. Titus Harvin probably won't have a chance to be drafted. I think we will just pull him off our board. And then we still have some kickers in the mix as well. 21 years old Jimmy Ogle, I believe, will be the replacement to Matt Gay. Now, he has great to elite kick power, great to elite strength. Looks like a very good athlete. And, his kick accuracy is a C. But if he has a powerful leg at 21 years old, we're projected to take him. So we'll see what happens, man. But next week we should learn about LaMichael Spillman, and that is all we have learned, man. Jarek Parham, barring a really bad first rounder, if the rest of our teams win out, we should be selecting Jarek Parham. Right now we're projected to have number 9 from Green Bay and number 12 from the Titans, which at 4-8, the fact that the Titans, there's 11 teams worse than the Titans with 4 wins at this point in the season is pretty alarming. Head of weekly strategy, we've got a couple of upgrades here. Jelani Woods going up to an 87 overall, man. Still developing, and a temp 90 is great to see for him. Love a speed upgrade, but just a bunch of plus ones. And he's got 95 catching, man. Awesome stuff. What's his catching traffic? 91 as well. Yeah, he comes down with pretty much everything. Carlos Woodson gets an upgrade. He's having a monster year. And want to continue to build him as a route runner. We're going to do a slot upgrade for him. Gets up to an 86 overall. Plus 1 short, plus 1 catching, and plus 1 awareness. Catching up to 97. Short route running up to 79. Just continuing to get better. He's had some big plays this year and is your receiving leader with 1,237 yards and 17 receiving touchdowns, man. Looking at the stats here ahead of weekly strategy, Richardson having in just video game number year. Rushing, Marco Thomas already hasn't even played a full season, has 748 yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. He should be able to get a 1,000-yard rusher should be able to get 1,000 rushing yards and double-digit touchdowns inevitably. Receiving, Woodson going to have one of the best receiving seasons of all time, most likely. Jelani Woods will be 1,000 yards again. Jameson Williams, 12 TDs and 870 yards. And Michael Pittman, only 564 yards, but 10 TDs, has been a problem for jump balls. And we'll continue to utilize him as we look for, hopefully, if he gets 15 touchdowns, how can they deny him superstar? I really hope that that will be enough. And then defensively, we've got 3 guys with 6 interceptions. Brents has 5. Hadley's got 4. Like, we've got the 3 league leaders tied. It's going to be a race between 3 guys on our team to lead the league in interceptions. So we'll see what happens there. Sack-wise, 8.5 for OA, 4.5 for Adams, 4.5 for Pay. And that is your stat situation, man. A lot to go over there. We're going to do weekly strategy. We're going to spend some coach points, and then it's game time. Upgrades ahead of the game, and Kyle O'Neal is the lone player getting upgrades, man. He is a dominant pass blocker. He's got +5 temp pass block right now, but he's not a good run blocker at all. Really, really bad run blocking, and I'd like to get him better. I'd like to make him more well-rounded. Run block finesse, run blocking in general is bad. We like to run the football, and we can't have him be a liability, so we'll upgrade agile. He's going to go up to a 77. Still gets an overall boost. +1 run block, +2 pass block finesse, +1 run block finesse, +1 impact block. Massive. Well, pass block finesse went up +2, so he looks really good. 85 impact is awesome. 88 injury. He's stayed healthy and given us a really good rookie presence on our offensive line in addition to Jeff Williams as well. Continuing to build up this talent tree, man, and I think we definitely want to continue the halfback tree. Marco Thomas actually has been breaking a ton of tackles this year, so it'll be interesting to see as we are short for break tackle, but closing in on runaway train, man. So we did get him some trucking and some strength upgrades there. All right, boys, it's game time against the 8-4 Cleveland Browns, man. They got a 79 overall team, 83 defense, 77 offense. They have the number 20 offense in points per game, great rushing attack, but they also says they have the number 1 scoring defense in the league, but they actually only have the number 14 pass defense and the number 12 rush defense. So it seems like they have a good time keeping teams out of the end zone, but they are going to have their hands full trying to keep us out. If we can control Myles Garrett from getting a ton of sacks, I think we're going to have a lot of success. And here we go. All right, we're receiving the kick here first, boys. We've been on defense each of the last 2 games first, but Carlos Woodson going to bring out the offense here. And Marco Thomas, having a big-time impact as a UDFA, is going to get the first carry of the game for us. And we've got blocks! Marco! Every single time he touches the football in the first play, he gets double-digit yards almost every time. And it starts with a broken tackle. And he bites. We're going to have space here with Richardson. 2 big run plays have us on the other side of the 50 already on the Browns here. And it's going to be another big Marco Thomas run. And we are knocking on the door. We haven't even ran a pass play yet. So we get deep safety Sam DeLong with X Factor. Also have right outside linebacker Kyle Hardy with abilities. Got Woodson here. We had Williams for the touchdown, Woodson for the underneath, and neither was possible. Jelani Woods gets injured while he's blocking, and really hope that he can stay healthy, but come on, man. It's going to be cruise missile time. Had Cruz coming open. We didn't have time. And it's a Myles Garrett sack. Woods, you need to stay in the game. It's going to be a Matt Gay field goal to start this one out. Seems to be a common theme here. And Matt Gay puts it through the uprights. And just like that, it's 3-0 Colts. Misfire to Woodson was the turning point for that drive. All right, Browns coming out, man. They've got a good rushing attack, but other than that, not really doing much. And Watson is the quarterback still for your Cleveland Browns. Underneath. Just gets obliterated. Is Cedric Tillman okay? He was wide open, though. We got to play better coverage than that. Empty set for the Browns here. That's got to be intercepted by Poindexter. Are you serious? I thought Poindexter was going to have a pick six the other way. Instead, he's not able to animate. We've seen him snatch balls like that before. Pause. Pause there. Pause. Hard pause. Bring pressure. Go get Woodson. It's a run play. They are not a good overall, but they just find a way to be good in simulation, I'm telling you. Well, we're sending the absolute dogs at them right now. It's play action. Who gets there? It's a broken tackle. It's a broken sack on Quincy Moss, and it pays big time as there's no one else there to help clean up. What a play by Deshaun Watson. Unbelievable. Quincy Moss needs to wrap up, man. And Dent meets Chubb in the backfield, and then other guys help to come bring him down, dude. What a play, but... Oh, good plays, good plays, good plays. I'm sending the dogs. If they get it, so what? They get it. Okay, we're down 7-3 to the Browns here, and offense looked very good on that first drive and then just kind of derailed as soon as we got into scoring range. So really need to play a little bit better. Need to stick to the game plan. Need to make our throws. And we should have some luck here. Now I'm actually going to run this play here. We've got Williams. He beats him deep. Wide open. Down the sideline. Touchdown. J-Mo. DeLong was out of position. It was a cover 2 beater, and we drew it up perfectly to find Williams deep. Thought about taking the down play, the corner route to Woodson, and Kyle O'Neal just got injured on the extra point. So we talked about him being reliable. We have so many big play specialists on this team. It's unbelievable how this team is developed. Let's pay. Big time power bomb. Quiddy Pay, man. I mean, he's come together well, too. Someone that really didn't do much the first couple years, and then as soon as he got that that superstar breakout, and moved to DT, he's been great at DT. Dent worked through contact. Harper, the Harp, playing all night long, baby. Makes the tackle. Oh, who's there? Owe in the backfield. Gets the sack, 9.5 on the year. And would love to get him into double digits. Here's Woodson. Woodson around the edge, down the sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown. What can't this guy do? Another return touchdown for Woodson. This is your offensive player of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Gets us on the board with a return touchdown. Before the end of the first quarter, he walks off the quarter and somehow squeaks around the edge, man. Absolutely electric. This is a gadget player that can really do it all. He can catch the football. He can score rushing touchdowns. He's an after-the-catch specialist. He can return the ball at an elite level. What a play. And Browns coming back out wondering, we were just up by 4. What the hell happened? Or on the receiving touchdown. And then, oh, it's around the edge. Punch the ball out. We did. We punched it out. The Harp recovers. Come on. Punch it out. And it's a turnover for the Browns. What are they thinking right now? Going mesh spot. Sharif. Here we go, buddy. Oh, Woods. One immediately. Down the sideline. Trucking. Gets absolutely obliterated by DeLong. But he's down to the 6-yard line. 22 yards. And we are in scoring range here. RPO bubble alert here. They leave Woodson. They leave Woodson. Another one. Touchdown, Carlos. This guy's going to have like 30 total TDs on the season. He's always open. We're going to start calling Carlos Woodson 7-11 because he's always open, baby. 24/7. We scored 21 unanswered on the Browns now. After the strip of Deshaun Watson, it has really gotten away. We're the much better team. But, man, they have to be wondering, what the hell, guys? Run play here. Oh, it's going to be massive. Make the tackle cross. He can't. But slows him down enough. Meet him in the backfield. Dent! Wrap up! It's a 1-yard loss for the Dent. The TFL specialist, man. Oh, Lionel Johnson. Meet him at the line of scrimmage. Still able to push forward for a yard, a couple inches. Go get him! Moss broken again, but it's intercepted. Julius Brents. It's a block from Cross. Dude, Quincy Moss is just getting spun off every single time he tries to get a sack on this guy. We've got him coming in free right here, number 56. Pay gets picked up. It's at him. I would need to see the break sack on Deshaun Watson because it's another broken sack, but it forces him to chuck a pick. Deshaun Watson has 96 break sack. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. I thought it was a Moss issue. It is a massive, just a crazy break sack rating from Deshaun Watson. 96? That might be one of the highest that I've seen for an overall player of his caliber. Woodson's wide open. Send along into the bleachers, and he's down to the 15. This guy, 7'11", finds a way. What about a draw play here? That was not good. Yeah, let's not do that again. No, it's touchdown, Jamo! An inch of separation on the hezzy was all he needed. I mean, it couldn't have been closer. There was honestly a risk that this got intercepted, but the hezzy, I thought that with a free form he'd be able to, and the defender, instead of cutting it off, goes behind him, and he's able to get the touchdown reception. It's 31-7 in the first half. This game really getting away from the Cleveland Browns. But we said we're a plus like 10 overall on this team. So this is probably how it should be. This team has vastly outperformed their overall. 8-4 for a 79 overall team is just pretty ridiculous. It's 100% scheme. Moss coming in on another sack. Can he actually bring Deshaun down this time? Owe just crushes Chubb for a massive loss. It's 3rd and 11 here. 6-yard loss for Owe. Bunch of pressure coming around the edge. And who gets there? It's the Harp. The Harp playing all game long. We still got another half to go. But I am psyched about how this defense is playing, man. Got Thomas here. Oh, gets around the edge. Or it's Woodson. Meant to say Woodson. Really good. Look at the rack right there. Pause. To get around the edge and not get touched by DeLong. DeLong is getting absolutely cooked. Their X Factor has been getting obliterated in coverage, and I believe he's a run stopper archetype, so it makes sense. We give Jelani Woods an opportunity here. Mossed him! Touchdown! Ours versus yours. We win. What a snag by Jelani Woods. It's 38-7. Looking like the Miami Dolphins versus the Denver Broncos, or even take your pick, the Chargers versus the Raiders. I mean, this is a bloodbath here. And it was 7-3. We've scored 35 unanswered points. Playing on the worst contract in NFL history, potentially, for a franchise. And it's Odenigbo. Oh, Denigbo. Come on, baby. What a play from the kid. Oh, and it's another one. It's pay this time. Time to pay the toll. We are just shredding this Browns offensive line. I mean, this is bad. We're going to get the ball back right now. Big time tackle by Cisco. We're timeout. We're getting the ball back. We got 25 seconds to get back on the board. We are just destroying this team. Do we want to take our foot off the gas? Absolutely freaking not. Absolutely not. We're going deep post for Pittman. Oh, it's an instant win by Sweeney. Instant win there. Giving Williams a shot. He's underneath it. He's got it. Touchdown. What? What a throw! What a catch! The speed from Williams is unmatched. Is unfreaking matched. When we chuck this up, we gave him an opportunity with a freeform. When we throw this, by the way, let me just get back here. When we decide to throw this, the defender is behind him. We just lob it up, and he gets behind him eventually. The ball was thrown, like, right here. And he's able to just run under it. I mean, that's crazy speed from Williams. He's just a matchup nightmare on deep balls. Pause. And it's 45-7. We're absolutely cooking this team. One of the worst overalls we've seen this year. And it is showing big time that when you jump into a game versus simulate a game, it plays much different, man. 45-7 at halftime. I think that is our biggest lead of the rebuild, man. I mean, we are playing just a terrible, terrible team. Play action. It's Cross. Nick Cross gets the blitz sack from the safety position, and it's 5 sacks now for your Colts. Go get him. Throws it away. Pressure was coming in again. He's only thrown 8 passes in this game. They're down by 38. We might put the backups in. I mean, honestly, we might. Chip Coker might get some work. If we go up by like 50, I'm putting Chip Coker in. And it's 3rd and 7 here. Let's see what we can do. That was supposed to be to Thomas. Didn't get there. No cigar. It's a punt. Right out of half. Lionel Johnson, big time play, user tackle. Poindexter knockout. We're getting the football back again. This is ridiculous. It's not. But we've got Woodson. Hangs onto the football. Ward covers 2 guys. Keep it. Richardson gets a block from Pittman. Michael Pittman block. Anthony Richardson couldn't keep my commentary together. Out of bounds at the 15. A big time run. Should have checked down to Williams. I'm looking. I don't know where I'm looking. It's a big time tackle for DJ Bates, the rookie. And here we go. Woodson. Touchdown! Carlos Woodson again with an X Factor activated. I got to give him a shot. And it's an absolute bloodbath. Sliders are set, boys. You've seen it, man. I'm trying to make this as difficult as possible. And it has been at times versus certain teams. And other teams, it's like, we'll just hang 52. But this is a bad team. We're playing true to overall. You know, we're finding open holes. We are getting sacked still. That's, you know, it's not automatic. But we just have mismatches at every position against them, you know? The harp. Imagine the harp lurks that. Okay, Chubb. Big time hole. Breaking tackle still. A massive run for Nick Chubb. Actually gets the Browns in scoring position for the first time since their first drive. Can't lay him out. He's still on his feet. What in the hell, dude? He should have got absolutely obliterated. It's a big time shot by Lionel Johnson. Hits Nick Chubb at the knees. But luckily he stays healthy this time. Doesn't have a real life situation like what happened against the Steelers. Oh, Pay's there. Doesn't matter. He's tackled almost damn near into the end zone. Dent there. Dent meets him in the backfield and puts a dent in their hopes of scoring. And now they're actually settling for a field goal from the 3-yard line to make it 52-10. Apparently, they just want a little bit of a morale boost. Except, forget about it. It's blocked. It's blocked. The Browns are depressed right now. They have to be. We are going to give the starters this last drive, and then it's going to be all backups. Chip Coker's coming in. At least backup quarterback, but it's north-south for Marco. Marco Thomas outrun him. He can't outrun him. Emerson Jr. diving tackle. There was nobody else. It would have been like a 70-yard touchdown run. Nobody open. Except he runs away from Cruz. We make the read at the last second. What's the penalty? It's holding. Jeff Williams. This is a great time to bring Chip Coker in. It's been a great game for Richardson. He's never been benched in his career. But now with this game in hand, we are bringing Chip Coker in. And that is going to be the case. Everyone else, starters, can stay in. But Chip Coker, the backup QB, is in. Let's see what Chip Coker has in the tank, man. Has good speed still. Like an 87 speed, I think. He's got good stats. Misses Woodson. It's under pressure. That's a tough throw to make, but damn it, Chip. Got Jelani Woods for him. Big time target. He missed him again. Chip Coker is really missing. Oh, he missed 2 wide open receivers back to back. Jesus Christ, Chip Coker. Oh, there's somebody there. But it's broken sack again. Oh my God, this is crazy from Deshaun Watson, man. It's incredibly frustrating. You know, who is it? It was Givens. Givens gets in, he's right on his hips, and he's just breaking the sack, and then before Owe can get there, shakes him off. Unbelievable play from Deshaun to break some sacks. The numbers could have been even crazier in this one. Dude, Deshaun Watson is making magic happen right now. He's about to get sacked on every play, and he's either breaking a sack or escaping the pocket. We're going to set the edge here. It's not going to happen. That's Cisco. Wow! What? With Acrobat, how am I not diving and picking that ball off? This is what Acrobat is all about. This is what Acrobat is all freaking about, is animating on this ball. I mean, I feel like from right here, he should have laid out and dove for it. Maybe I'm half a step away. Play action. It's sack! Odafe Owe! He's not getting away from Owe, who's now got double-digit sacks on the year. 6 sacks for the squad total. Pressure. Go get him, Owe. Go get him, Owe! Gets the ball away. 4th and 20. And the Browns are going to get another opportunity for points. We blocked it last time from the 3. Jalen Jones can't get there this time. 52-10. The Browns at least don't get shut out in the second half. And after scoring on their first drive, they didn't get 3 points again until under 2 minutes to go. All right, Chip Coker coming back out after a couple of misfires on the last one. Can he please complete a pass? We need to get him a pass completed at least. It's his opportunity here. Woodson open, the ball bouncing around. The pressure on Chip has been suffocating. I feel bad for the guy. Get Woods. And he's out of bounds. It's 4th and 1. Chip, find your guy. It's Woodson. And get down to the 42. Money, Chip. Oh, finds George Cruz. Chip Coker with room. Go down 12 yards. I mean, I know this one's over, but I want Chip to get a chance. We got Pittman wide open in the flat. Pittman turned down the sideline. Out of bounds at the 11. Does have a fake field goal, but he's going to have Jelani Woods in the flat. It fumbles. He got the ball punched out at the 2-yard line, but luckily it goes out of bounds. This is an easy Marco Thomas touchdown, but we came here to get Chip a passing touchdown. It's just what we're gonna do. We got Woodson touchdown. Chip Coker. And to who else? Carlos freaking Woodson. We can get Richardson in on a fake field goal blast, and Chip Coker gets his first passing touchdown of his career. What a story for Chip, man. Backing up the best quarterback in the league, probably. Stat-wise, easily. And learning from an MVP, getting the step in a blowout win, leading a drive down the field after starting out pretty poorly with accuracy, leads it down the field, and scores the touchdown. Let's freaking go, baby. We will consider giving him the start in Week 18. One play left. Here we go. Intercepted! Deontay Poindexter picks the football off on the last play. Trying to juke him out. Can't get to the house, but he gets a pick. 59-10 is your final. Almost a perfect passer rating for Anthony Richardson. Another 316 on only 16 attempts. 6 touchdowns. Deshaun Watson, 62.3, 14 to 22, 158, 1 touchdown, 2 picks, and also lost a fumble. Chip Coker, 95.8 passer rating, 8 of 14, 75, and a touchdown, man. Let's go. Rushing, Marco Thomas, 10 for 49. Chubb, 21 for 47. Marco had half the carries and more yardage. Richardson, 3 for 45. Coker, 1 for 12. Deshaun Watson, 1 for 7. Receiving, 7 for 133 and 3 touchdowns for Woodson. He's continuing his dominant stretch this year. Jelani Woods, 5 for 71, had a touchdown as well. Williams, 4 for 146 and 3 TDs. Holy smokes. Because Woodson we had 7 total touchdowns through the air. One of them thrown by Chip Coker. And it was just unbelievable. Big time games from a bunch of guys. Brandon Washington, 3 for 36. 3 for 17 for Chubb. 3 for 47 for Belton. 2 for 10 for Thomas. Pittman had 1 grab for 23 yards. And a couple other guys got involved as well. And Njoku had a touchdown. The lone touchdown of the game for the Browns. Defensively, sack numbers, big time. Owe had 2 sacks. Cross had a sack. Sweeney had a sack. Odenigbo had a sack. Harper had a sack. Pay had a sack. And Garrett only had 1 sack. Trailer and Bates each get half a sack. Interceptions, Poindexter with 1 at the end. Brents also had 1 as well. Then TFLs, Adafe Owe, Kwity Paye, Dent each get 3. 2 for Lionel Johnson. Dent had a monster tackle game. 10 total tackles, 3 solos, 7 assists. Brents had 8 total tackles with 6 solo is wild. Lionel Johnson was 7. And we get the dub, man. Also had the punt return touchdown from Woodson. He had 4 total TDs, and it's a bloodbath win over the Browns. 22 coach points is big time, as we have 2 upgrades as well. 1 for George Young and 1 for Nick Cross. Now, George Young most likely will be moving inside after this year, and we've got too many guards. Someone's probably going to have to get traded. If we want to draft another offensive lineman, we don't feel like we have the future at tackle. Now, George Young, holy smokes, has 97 strength, 80 pass block, 79 run block. He feels like a really, really good, he's 65 speed. Not really sure who's going to be the top man in this scheme. Think George Young with strength could be a really good center. He's +2 run block. That's awesome for him. Gets up to 81 run block, but doesn't really have good pass block. +5 only gets him up to 80. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think Parham will be better, but we are going to have to make some choices. We traded for Greenberry. Probably should have traded for someone else with when we picked up Greenberry. But we have Mike Bates. We have George Young. We have Jeff Williams. We have Kyle O'Neal. We have Jimmy Greenberry. We have, now would be Jarek Parham. We have Craig Fox. It's just too many mouths to feed on the O-line. Yes, we have a ton of depth, but I think what we might do is just ride out people's contracts and then have the depth and then just not re-sign them and just continue to cycle through linemen. So Nick Cross anyways goes up to a 88 overall. Man coverage leaves a lot to be desired for him. So I am going to boost his hybrid. Yeah, and he goes up to an 88, +5 temp, +2 man, +1 zone, +1 tackle. Man up to 74 now, zone up to 98. He's just developed extremely well. Nothing else to say, man. Went from a natural 70 overall player when we started to now a X Factor 88 overall in 4 years. still very young, still plenty of time to develop. So that is going to be it for this one, boys. We get the dub 59-10. Like you see, we have a plus 10 overall on this team. So this is kind of what I would expect to happen, man. But week 14, we take on the Dallas Cowboys. Week 15, we take on the Ravens. Those should be much tougher games, and I expect us to have our hands full with the Cowboys in week 14. So I will catch you guys there. Appreciate you guys continuing to support the channel, continuing to support the series, and appreciate everything you guys continue to comment, give me feedback as well. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.